everybody. Welcome. My name is Darian, and welcome to Planning Together, where every week I invite a special friend on and guests to share with us how they are organizing their life and their heart. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And you guys, I'm so excited because I have the beautiful Temi Manning joining me today, you guys. She has been a stationery lover since she can remember, and she started sharing her creative passion on Instagram back in 2017. And since then, she has started a small business called Living Letter Designs, where she gets to share and sell y'all, it's beautiful, hand painting, calligraphy, and wall art to encourage people in their faith. She then started sharing her planning content in 2019, and now, y'all, she's an ambassador with Passion Planner, with Archer and Olive, and so many other amazing brands. And she even has a YouTube channel, which y'all should totally check it out because it's really awesome. And you guys, when she's not doing all that, she works part-time in digital marketing. So planning has been a huge part in helping her juggle such a busy life. Can you guys help me welcome the beautiful Temi Manning to Planning Together?
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, it's good to be here.
I'm so glad you're
ready.
Yes, I have my tea ready.
I'll be sipping the tea all the way through this.
Yes. What kind of tea are you drinking?
I have a 3-mint infusion.
Ooh.
And it's like peppermint, spearmint. I'm obsessed with tea. Like obsessed.
Okay, so you're gonna have to give me some of your favorite tea recommendations because I really like tea. And it's funny because my tea, it's like a peppermint, it's a peppermint spearmint. It's like called Zen tea. And
it sounds exactly the same as what I'm drinking. So cheers.
I love it. Hello. Hi, Norma. Hi, Misha. Hi, Mom. Hi, girl in blue London. Raw plans, creatively crafted style. Welcome, everybody. We're so excited that you are here. Before we jump in, me and Temi were in the background, and we were just kind of talking about just the differences between the US and the UK, because that's where she is from. And we were just I was trying to talk to her about Target and like the craziness about Target over here and how you go in there and you always end up with more than what you plan to go with.
Yeah, the UK equivalent is Wilco. If anyone from the UK is watching, they're going to know it's Wilco.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, well, I'm so excited to have you here with me and to just talk planners. And I thank you for making time for me. We like to do this game where we kind of just talk about kind of our planner styles a little bit to kind of get to know you. We want to know, are you a weekly or a daily planner?
Definitely weekly.
Okay.
Week on 2 pages. I want to open my planner and just see my week in front of my face. Yeah.
There is something relaxing about that, about just opening and just seeing a complete week there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, when it comes to that weekly, do you prefer vertical or horizontal?
Vertical. I used to use horizontal all the time because I'm a Filofax lover, and Filofax inserts came horizontal, so that's just what I used until I discovered Passion Planner and started using vertical. Yeah, vertical all the way.
Ooh, okay. Now, when you do plan, are you more of a colorful planner or a neutral planner?
I'm going to say a bit of both. I can't choose. I go in and out of phases of just wanting everything to just be completely colorful. And then I go through phases of just neutral. When I used to plan before, it was black and white. Confession. I was anti-stickers, anti-washi tape, anti-highlighters. I just wanted black and white to see clearly what's happening. That has changed completely since then. But yeah, definitely a bit mix of both.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. We're totally going to have to talk about that. Now, do you prefer multicolor pens or multicolor highlighters?
Oh, what's the difference?
You're like, what's the difference? Okay, so would you like your pen to be a different color or your highlighter to be a different color?
Oh, highlighter. I wish I could grab you for you my mild liner collection. I'm like, yeah. But it's in another room. But yeah, definitely black pen. I can't do both. I just need colorful highlighters to just see what's going on. But yeah.
I find that most people like they either like different color pens and one like highlighter. Are they like a black pen or a blue pen with different color highlighters?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually black pen and they're choosing that week. But at the moment, I'm using the same color over and over just because it's fitting with everything that I'm doing.
Oh my, it's so beautiful. And we're going to get to that too, because I know someone already said they love your planner spreads. And I'm like, I know, they're like beautiful.
Oh,
so now, would you say you're more decorative or functional?
That is a tricky one. Again, a bit of both. I would say functional. So when I write out my planner, I need to be able to look at it and think this looks very pretty and it makes me happy. But I also need to look at it and see exactly what's going on when. Yeah. So I think I would say functional because that's what I do first before I start decorating it. But I do the reverse if I'm using my bullet journal. So, so it's both. It is a real mix of both. Yeah.
Okay. Now I got 2 more questions for you. If you had to choose, would you pick stickers or washi?
What you do to me?
Hold on, wait. I think you broke up a little bit on me for a second.
How can
I think this is a really tough question. And I think the signal got in the way. So, Temi, I'm going to have you exit out and then I'm going to have you come back on, okay? Technical difficulties. Hey, everybody. Okay, there she is.
Oh, no, okay. Is that my Wi-Fi?
Yes, it's okay, but you're back now.
If he keeps doing that, I'm going to have to move to my living room and disturb my husband who's watching the rugby. I'm going to have to kick him out.
Like, you got to go.
You got to go. I'm live on YouTube. You got to go.
I love it. Okay, so we missed your response. Stickers are washi.
Stickers are washi. I'm going to say stickers.
Okay. Yeah. And our last question, before we get into more questions, is now when you plan, are you planning at a desk or like on the couch or even in your bedroom? Like, where do you like to like
desk?
Go?
Desk. 100%. I can't. How? Do you plan on your couch? Like, how?
So there's like
everywhere. Like, oh no, I can't.
See, like when I plan on my couch, it's like also like on the living room floor, everything's like laid out, and we have like these like table desks where like you can like put it on your couch or like on the floor, and so you're able to like plan that way. So it's like a mobile desk almost. I think we lost Temi again one more time. So I'm going to have her come back. Let's see if she came back. So many it's just technical difficulties, y'all. Okay, I'm looking at these comments. Hello. OMG, Wilco is a dangerous place for my bank account. Okay, so for anyone who's new, like I got to check out this Wilco place. Like apparently that's the equivalent to Target. Creative Craft Style says she loves Temi's passion planner spreads. Yes, me too. Like if you guys have not already, go check out Temi's Instagram account. I'm going to give her time to like get her connection together. Then we're going to have her come back on. Rena said, good morning, everybody from Montana. Good morning. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. Good afternoon. Where is everybody watching from? We got Montana. We got Indiana. Awesome. I'm going to check on Temi and see if she is back and ready to be in action. Thank you guys for bearing with us while we have technical difficulties. Let's see. Nope, she still needs more time. A couch in Indiana. Okay, so we got Southeast North Carolina. That is very specific. I love it. We got a couch in Indy. Hello. We got a rainy England. Yes. Minnesota. Is this Minnesota? I should totally know my initials for my states, but is MD Minnesota? Yes. How's everyone's doing? While we wait for Tami, I'm just going to check in with everybody. How are you guys doing? How has this month been for you guys? I know for me, y'all, I've been in a little bit of a planner funk and a planner rut, like where I don't want to pick up my planner. This is a great time to hold this in jammies instead of jeans at work. Yes. We got a work desk in Miami. Well, I'm so glad you are watching while you're working. So, yes. I'm going to check on Tami to see if she is ready. This month has been crazy busy. Yes, me too. I'm with you. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the middle of stage managing a virtual benefit show and working on top of that. And yeah, so it's been a crazy month. I feel you. I feel you. How's everybody else doing? Unique said, I am in Los Angeles sitting in my car. Listen, I hope you are staying cool while you're sitting in that car. Yes. Norma said, Darian, I applaud your decision to take a little break, but please come back even if you only do 1 a month. Yes, Norma, I will be coming back. I just know this month has been super busy for me. It's just been a really busy month. And I was like, I just need a little bit of a break. And so we're just going to pause and then we'll pick it back up May 11th. I think that's when our next guest is going to be. So yes, yes, yes. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead. This is a great, time for you to send some questions my way if you want. Hi, Brennan. Hi, Lee. Hi, it's so good to see you guys. And you're also on a couch in Indiana. And I also see Temi is back, so I'm going to add her back to the screen. Hello.
Hi. I'm so sorry. A sod's law. We've been talking for 15 minutes before we started, and the internet's been fine.
Yes.
As soon as we start, it's all right. Just kick my husband out.
You kicked him out. It's okay. Life happens. Technology happens. The connection happens. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I was just asking people where they're tuning in from, and they gave me all the responses. So,
oh, amazing.
Okay, so Temi, I want to know kind of how did you get started? Have you always been a planner? Has this always been something you've done?
So pretty much yes. You know what? The earliest I can trace it back to is at school. We used to have these homework diaries. And I don't know what the equivalent you have is in the US, but we used to have these homework diaries, and I think it started with that because I think that was the earliest sort of responsibility you have as school, isn't it? But I started using paper diaries and things like that, and as long as I can remember, I've always used them. And then I took a huge break when sort of technology came along, and people started using their mobiles and started using Google and all sorts of things, and just hated it. So since I can remember, I've been planning on paper always.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you called it a diary. Is that what you guys call like your planners? Okay, I was just curious. I just think that's so cool. I
think we're gonna have to be doing some translating throughout this thing.
I love it. Diaries are fun. Okay, so they're referred to as diaries there. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Now, currently, what are you using to keep, your life together? Are you a 1 planner kind of person, a 3 planner kind of person?
Definitely at the moment. Yeah, so at the moment it's 3 planners.
Okay.
Really, it's 2. So I've got a Filofax Malden. I wish I had it with me, but I've got a Filofax Malden, which was my out and about planner. So it's the one I took with me in my bag, chucked in, whipped out when I'm making plans on the go. But obviously, because of lockdown, we've not been out and about. Mm-hmm. So at the moment, it's just sitting on my desk looking pretty. And then my passion planner at the moment, I'm using a passion planner medium size, and that is for work.
Okay.
But the way the passion planner is designed, I'm obsessed. And it's just got perfect space for balancing work and personal. So that is my master planner at the moment.
Okay.
That's got everything. I think some people call it a catch-all planner. That's my catch-all.
Okay.
And then I've got a bullet journal as well, which I'm also obsessed with. So I use bullet journaling more for reflection, habit tracking, and things like that. So I'm using 2, but it would have been 3.
Okay. So do you ever find that you're overlapping anytime you're using multiple planners?
Yeah. So this is the thing. So this is my a bit of a gripe with the planner community. Okay, I've watched some planner setup videos, and people have like 6 planners, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that used to be me. And I'll tell you why it used to be me. It's because there's so many nice planners out there. I want to use them all.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, I think I was using 5+ planners. I had a reason or an excuse to use all of them. I'd made up a reason why I needed them all. One was for content, one was for like habit tracking, one was for gratitude. It was just too much. So I definitely started, and when I had that many, of course there was overlap, because sometimes there's no reason why you need, well, for me, there's not a reason why I need 6 planners. Some people love it, some people do it and it works for them, but for me, it's just too much. I think planning is supposed to aid your life and simplify it, not make things more complicated. So, but yeah, at the moment, there's minimal overlap. The setup I have at the moment is plan a piece.
I love
planning terms. It is plan a piece at the moment.
How would you define planner piece?
Okay, yes, because I've seen there's a lot of, this is a bit of a debate in the planner community. I love this because if any friends of mine are watching, whenever I say that I create content for stationery online, I say it kind of embarrassed because I'm like, I'm literally taking pictures of my diary and people are like, what? But it is a whole world. Like there is so much to it. So for me, planner piece, I think, is that setup you have where you know that you can commit to it for a long time because it's working for you. It's giving you enjoyment. You know, you're enjoying using the products, but it's also, most importantly, it's helping you stay organized. That is the purpose of it. Not just to enjoy products and just to have them, but actually because it's helping you stay organized and helping you feel like you're keeping track of your life. It's helping with your mental health. It's helping with your wellness. It's helping with keeping all the tasks that you need to do in one place. And planner piece for me is just when you've got your setup and it's like, this is it. And I can see myself doing this for a long time. I currently have planner piece. Don't get me wrong. I see planners on Instagram from different brands. I mean, is it Marksy Life?
Yeah.
Is that what you use? Yeah. Tempting me. Simplified, tempting me. Golden Coil, Wandering Eyes. It's all happening. But at the moment, I have planner piece.
Like at the moment, I have planner piece, but these are all the planners that are tempting me. Y'all, this is a great question to ask people. Y'all, what planners are tempting y'all right now? Because it's also like that academic launch season where people are starting to release their academic calendar planners. And so I want to know what's tempting y'all. But Girl in Blue London said, OMG, homework diaries made me happy for a whole school year. Definitely got me addicted to planning.
100%.
Hannah said, Passion Planner always tries to call me back. I love that layout. Yes, Hannah.
Honestly, that layout. I mean, I struggle to see how I'm going to break away from Passion Planner. It is just perfect. It is so good.
Then, I mean, if it's so, like, it's like, do you break away from it or you keep doing the thing that is working?
You know what? I think as much as I say that, you know, the reason why I use so many planners sometimes is because I just want to try them all. I think there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you find what you like, you know. That's how I found what's working for me now, you know. And they're definitely going to be other planners I'm going to try. I mean, I put things in my shopping cart this week, I'll admit, okay.
Did you click the checkout button or did you just keep it in your shopping cart?
No, they're just in my shopping cart. I'm being very tame at the moment.
That's good.
I'm not on a no spend, but I know that I've got what I need. So at the moment, I'm trying not to get too hasty. But yeah.
Oh man, yes, Hannah literally said, I want to use everything. It's so hard not to want everything.
Honestly, and on Instagram, like I love planner community. It brings me so much joy. But when you see people using different planners, like I was watching your video the other day, the Mark C Life Planner, and like the covers, and I was just like, oh man, this is like, I watched you unbox it. There's something about unboxing videos that just
unboxing videos are so much fun. Like,
do it for me at the moment. And like they're just amazing. I just look at my husband because he's like shaking his head. He knows. But yeah, I mean, I watched your video the other day, and I was like, oh, like it's pulling me. But I mean, yeah, it's so hard not to want everything, and I've definitely been there where you have just bought and bought and bought because you just like, I want to try them all. I think if you can actually buy and make sure you're going to use it, I think that's fine, because I think it does help you get to that stage of you know, planner piece. I think it helps.
Okay, so these are all the tempting planners that I'm seeing in the comments. We got Simplified. We got Passion Planners calling my name. Moxie Life is tempting me. We got I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate a notique since last week. Yes.
Oh, the notique as well. Oh my gosh.
They're beautiful. And
they are so pretty.
So
oh man.
We got she was like thinking about potentially going with a Coil Light Planner, Action Planner, or Moxie Life.
Ooh, I've not heard of some of them.
Okay, Light Planner Action, her planners are really cool. Like, and there's different layouts, and
okay, I'm getting on Instagram, right?
And so it's also cool. You are with your people. We all have this crazy obsession with pen and paper and like planner. Okay. We got, I always think, how do I know what works if I don't try everything?
Exactly. You know, there's a reason why you need to buy all those planners.
Okay, Hannah has given us some comfort, y'all. She said, planners are my hobby. I plan instead of quilt. So I'm okay with using too many. At least that's how I justify it.
Honestly, look, hand can plan. We're on the same page there. That is a hobby. It's not just, that's why I love it so much, because it not only is it actually functionally helping you with life, but it's just so much fun. So, like, you know, I do want to blow the planners. I do. But I had to justify it, you know, and I feel like I have to justify it. Whether or not I do, who knows? But I just, I can sympathize. I'm with my people right now. So
I love that. Okay. So how would you say, like, discover the planner community? How did that happen? Where you actually was like, oh, there's other people like me who are into this stationary weird thing?
So I mean, so the first time I went back into paper planning, it was actually with a brand called, and I never pronounced them correctly, I think it's called Temi. And basically, I think they're based in the US, and they're actually a book publishing company. But they had a diary, and it's called My Cool Diary. And I bought one when I was at university, and that brought me back into paper planning. So that was like 10 plus years ago. Which I can't believe that was 10 years ago. But yeah, so that brought me back into paper planning. And then I bought a Filofax. So Filofaxes have like always been, just the name Filofax is just, to me, like music to my ears. It is my number one. Of all the planners I love, Filofax is my number one. And because they're based in the UK, that makes it even better. I love that. But I had bought a Filofax, and I was trying to figure out how to, you know, set it up and things. So before, if I bought a Filofax, I would just use what's inside there, because that's just what comes with it. And I came across a video that was like Filofax setup. So I was like, oh, I'll click that. And I saw this girl with her stickers, and, you know, she was setting it up, and I was just like, oh, what is this world? And like, obviously in YouTube, it links you to all the videos. I was sucked in that day. I was in. That must have been seven or so years ago, I think. Yeah, I was completely taken from then.
Oh my goodness.
And it just spiraled. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now, have you found that there is a like a particular, like, larger planner community in the UK?
So we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? I think it's more, I don't know, but I don't know if this is just where I'm finding content, but I feel like in the UK, the planner community feels a bit smaller. I feel like it's bigger in the US, but I think it's also because a lot of the brands, so really the only brand that is in the UK that I use and love, of course, I mentioned it, is Filofax.
Yeah.
Everything else that I use is from abroad. So I use a Tittle and Jot journal, and I want to say Tittle and Jot are in, They're either in Canada or Australia. I know they're two very different places, but I can't keep
Which
up.
is so cool.
But they're other side of the world. Passion Planner, of course, US. Archer and Olive, we were talking about Canada. We think it is.
Is it Canada
So
or the
I think,
US? I don't know.
yeah. Can someone let us know, please? Because we were trying to figure it out. But all these brands, they're all based in the US. So Filofax and Rifle Paper Company are like my babies. I love them. They're my two favorite brands. But Rifle Paper Company is, of course, in the US. So I think it's because all those brands are based over there. Maybe that's why the content that I'm finding is more in the US. And of course, the US has Happy Planner. But Happy Planner is not something I've ever used.
Yeah.
But I know that they're like Happy Planner is a huge community planners. You type in hashtag planner community and Happy Planner is there. But again, I think most of the stuff I'm finding is in the US, but there is definitely, so when I'm putting my hashtags in on Instagram, I always put like Planner UK or Bujo UK, because I want to find more people in the UK who are stationery addicts and planner obsessed like me.
I love that.
Look at my husband's helping me. So Jot is in Singapore. So they're not in Australia or US, they're in Singapore. But yeah, there's just, I want to find more people in the UK, and I have from using that hashtag. I get people in the UK. So with my, I did some Filofax setup videos on YouTube, and one of the most popular comments I got is, "It's so good to see someone using Filofax inserts because they're easy for us to get here in the UK." And I thought, yes, there's people in the UK obviously watching this. So I'm hoping that I will find more. If you're in the UK, like, pop it in the comments if I want to know. Make sure you're following me, message me or whatever, because I want to find like local community. If there's some sort of PlannerCon event, I want to know about it. I just
yes. I love this so much. This makes my heart so happy.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so one question that I have for you, if anyone is not already like following you on Instagram, they should be. It's Living Letter Plans. But when I go to your planners seem to be congruent. Like, it's like you have this planner scheme, like this amazing color scheme, and it's like I'm looking at your journal and it's there, and then I look at your passion and it's there, and it's like it's all together. How do you do that? Like,
so I'm to a fault. I'm a perfectionist.
Okay.
So I spend ages like filtering my images so that they all coincide and look similar. I know exactly what number of contrast and brightness, like what number of filter to put. It's that I'm that much of a perfectionist. So when I'm planning, like the reason why when you were saying it, I was sitting back like this, because I feel a bit embarrassed about how much I make sure things match. So when I pick out my theme for the week, I'll put my Bujo out and I'll, decorate it and get it all ready. And then I'll put my passion planner out and I make sure that it matches in some way. So they might not match exactly, but I make sure that if I put them next to each other, they look good together. It's just something that I do. I'm so matchy. Like, it's a phrase I use a lot when I'm doing my planner. When I'm doing my planner setup videos and I'm flicking through, like, you can see me flicking through it and you can see everything just matches. But I'm a bit obsessed with making.
Thank you for sharing with us, because we're obsessed with your matchy. Like, I'm just like,
I'm glad.
How? Yes. I love your planner themes. How do you go about picking your planner themes? Like, where do you draw your inspiration from?
So I think a lot of it's from the products, and also trends. The planner community has trends. Okay, this planner community is a real thing. I'm going to stop defending my obsession with planners. The planner community is real. It's here to stay. I'm here for it. But there are trends in stationery and planning. There's things that I look at. I get inspiration from other people as well, a lot. And also I think the first thing I mentioned is products. So, for example, Passion Planner, the stickers in Passion Planner that Passion Planner have are just gorgeous. So I will use them and I think that's how also it helps me coincide. I'll show you.
Yes,
so
show us. I want to see.
My Passion Planner stickers, I get a bit overwhelmed with sticker choice. So I think choice fatigue is a thing. And when I get a new sticker book, it comes, the sticker books come like this. This is the one I'm obsessing with at the moment, the nature sticker book. But when they come like this, of course they theme the colors together. But I spend forever. So like I've ripped out pages and I spend time like matching the themes together. So instead of actually leaving them inside the book, I'll show you in here. So I take them, I rip out all the pages, and then I stick the colors together that match. This helps because I used to spend so long sitting there trying to pick a theme. And I used to think, I'm getting tired. I shouldn't be getting tired. I should be enjoying this. Mm-hmm. So I put them together and I just hold them together with a clip. So I know that if I pick up a pack, so there's some from the nature sticker book here, some from the women's empowerment sticker book. So I know if I pick up a pack, whatever I pick up to stick in each planner is going to match. And it makes life so much easier. I put about this in my stories because when I did it, I was like, I thought to myself, oh, that has made life so much easier. But yeah, it is. I cannot recommend this enough. If you get a sticker book, rip them out, different brands, put them together, because then you can just pick a pack each week and you know everything's going to coincide. I love it. And I
don't know. I feel like so many light bulbs just went off in my head right now.
Because I find it is hard. I mean, let me just show you the back of my bullet journal. So when I'm picking a theme each month, I won't lie, because I share my bullet journal online, you feel a bit of pressure to make sure it looks good. And I stopped doing, actually, I stopped giving myself the pressure and thought, let me just enjoy what I'm making. If I like it, I'll put it out and be proud of it. But this is the back page of my bullet journal.
Ooh.
Where I've like swatched colors, I've tried to put things together, I've like done like mini bits of my themes so that I can see what they look like together. Like I have a couple of pages like this of just, swatches and things like that to help me choose. And it takes time, but I enjoy it. Like I really like it. But yeah, it does take time.
Oh my goodness, I'm so here for it. And so is everybody else because they said they love that. OMG, that's such a good idea. I know, I'm like, ooh.
It works so well, honestly. I can't recommend it enough because it can be tiring sitting there with all your stickers and all your washi and like, oh, which with which? Like, yeah.
It's like, wait, does this roll go with this? No, gotta take it out. And then you're using the highlighters and trying to match it up too.
Yeah. If anything, I suggest like getting a scrap notebook that you're not precious about and just like swatching things and putting things together. It's a fun activity and also it just helps when you're picking your themes in future. So,
oh my goodness. So when you go, walk me through your process. So when you go to like plan out your week,
do
you pick your sticker book first or do you pick your markers first? What's your process like?
You know what? I don't think there's ever something I go for first. I think my process is I've already set up I shared it today actually, my before the pen spread for next week. So now that I've done that, my mind is already thinking about the week after and how I might want that to look. So what's helping me at the moment is trying to make it stick with the whole theme of my Bujo spread. So I always do my bullet journal first because with my passion planner, it's much easier to make that adapt to my bullet journal theme.
Okay.
But the first thing I do is I visualize what do I want this to look like this week? What sort of colors do I want? Which stickers have I looked at and I thought I love them, I want to use them next. So I visualize it. I get a pencil out, sketch it out. In my Bujo where I'm actually going to put things, because obviously you can rub that out. And then I think the next thing I reach for is my stickers, because the stickers are much more specific. Like the washi tape, you can use all sorts of colors and make it match much easier. So I think it's visualize what I want the week to look like, sketch it out, then I go for the stickers, then I get the washi and I just fill it out as I go. It definitely takes time. At first it would take me, it was ridiculous. It would take me like an hour to do my spread for the week. But because I'm getting used to it now and I'm putting less pressure on myself, I can just sit down and visualize what I want it to look like this week. Grab my stuff, I know where it is, like I've grouped up my stickers. It makes life so much easier. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough.
I love that. Okay, so you said it would take you like an hour or more. How long would you say it takes you now to like plan?
So I think all in all, so I sit down on Sunday night, it's like my planning evening. I sit down, I get my YouTube on, watch all my favorite planner people, and then I think it takes me, all in all, I like to take my time with it. So it probably takes like an hour or 45 minutes, not up to an hour, to do my bullet journal for the week, to do my passion planner for the week, to put my to-do list in there, to start planning out the things that I know are set, like meetings and things like that. And then I think along with that, I always have my phone with me. So I'm always jotting things down on my phone. So I jot down in my planner whatever's on my phone. So yeah, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour. But I enjoy the process. I put a YouTube video on, I get my cup of tea. Yeah. I love that part of the week. I think I'm going to do a YouTube. I was thinking the other day I need some ideas for YouTube videos. So I was thinking actually I might just do like a Sunday evening sit down plan.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Mm-hmm. I love that. Now we have talked a little about planners. Now I kind of want to know, what are your like go-to planner accessories or tools? Like okay. If you got a planner, you also got like, this is like, these are my go-to essential items right here.
Okay. I've got my pencil cases with me. I'm going to pull stuff out of this.
Okay, can we see those pencil cases? Because those pencil cases look wonderful.
Oh, they're both from Amazon. As much as I hate to say that, I don't like shopping Amazon as much because it's such a big company. I love supporting small brands, but Amazon sometimes just comes through, and it comes next day, and I'm so impatient. So yeah, they're both from Amazon.
And they match.
And they match. Of course they do. Of course they match. Oh my word. Oh, I'm so extra. Okay, so highlighters. My mom. So at the moment, me and my husband, we live in a flat apartment in America, I think you call it. And of course, we're working from home. So I'm sat at my dining table, which is now our office. I wish I could turn around and show you. They're just screens and office chairs. But my mild liners, highlighters go to mild liners. I have all three sets. So I think they have more individual colors, but I have all three sets that I could find on Amazon.
Okay.
So I think there's like a Noble set, highlighter set, bright set. Yeah, there's all sorts. But mild liners, definitely.
Yeah.
I use these more if I'm doing like note taking in meetings and things like that, or like study time. And then my other colors, of course, the Tombow dual brush pens. So these are the colors that I'm using at the moment for my Bujo spread.
Can you share those colors with us? Or those?
Yes, I can. So one of them, if you go through my feed, there's one color that is just every week I'm using it at the moment, and it's this one. It's actually rubbed off. I can't even see what it says. And it does not helpful as well when you're trying to take a nice picture on Instagram. Like, look at it. I wish you could see.
That just shows that it is really well loved and well used.
Yeah, but I think it's $9.90, and I think the color is light sand or sand. So there's that one. The next one is 772. No idea what the color name is called. The names were online, but they don't have the names written on the pens. So that's a 772, and then a 947, which is really nice, like brown ochre color, and then the 228, sorry. So yeah, those are the colors, and the N75, I think, the light sort of pale gray. I can't find it. But yeah, those are the colors I'm using at the moment. I have more than that, but again, with choice fatigue, I take out the colors I'm using and I put them in my pencil case and put the rest aside so that I'm not getting confused by them all.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, so highlighters, 100%. The fine liners I use are Sakura, Pigma Microns. They're like, I think most of the products I use really are just like the sort of cult planner community products. I love that. There's cult planner community products. We all know they are. They're the same ones that appear in like every picture on Instagram. My white pen that I use is the Uniball Signo Broad.
Okay. I think my friend Katie's in the comments. She loves the white. She loves that.
It's the best one for me. It gets a lot of mixed reviews, and it's because if you're bullet journaling and you want to write white on black with this pen, for some reason on Tombow it soaks up, so it looks grey, doesn't look white. But with the Sakura brush pen, or like the Sakura graphic pens, or a Tombow Fudonosuke, I think it's called, it does. So if you want to write on white on black with this pen, use a Sakura or a Tombo's Food and UK pen underneath. That's a tick for you.
Okay, thank you for
It does
that.
get mixed reviews. But yeah, that's my go-to white pen. And then my everyday ballpoint pens there's okay. I call it a zebra. I think you call it a zebra.
the zebra. I think
Yeah.
Zebra. Or am I? But now I'm questioning.
No, I think
it wrong.
No, I think you're saying it the American way. I'm saying it the British way. The zebra.
It sounds so much better coming from you. So
you're thinking it sounds better coming from you.
That's what we were talking about beforehand. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, my go-to is the zebra Z Grip Smooth.
Okay.
It lives up to the name. It writes really smoothly. Like there's other brands I love. So there's Caroline Gardner. I don't know I think Caroline Gardner is a brand that's just in the UK. They're another one of my favorites. If you're in the UK and you haven't seen their stuff, go and check it out. It is so nice. But I find with like designer brands like that, their ballpoint pens don't write as smoothly as like the brands that make pens.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I always go for like the Zebras or the Pentel Uniball.
Mm-hmm.
They work best for me. But yeah, pens, those are go-to. Of course, Arch and Olive Prilograph pens. They get mixed reviews as well. Take your time with these pens, people. Okay.
I love the acrylograph pens.
Yeah. So I've got the dual set in both the 0.7 and the 3 millimeter. Love them. Absolutely love them. Like you don't get paint markers in those colors anywhere else. They're so nice. But yeah, they get mixed reviews as well because they can be a bit funny, but just take your time with them. Like you got to treat them with love, you know?
You do.
Treat them with love and respect. Yeah, apart from that, the stickers, Passion Planner, really cute shop, the Aesthetic Studio, and washi tape, all sorts, rifle paper, MT, all sorts. Some on Amazon I get, yeah, there's all sorts.
I love it. Okay, so first off, you're not alone. Katie says she also loves catching up on YouTube videos while she plans. It's favorite weekend activity.
Honestly.
Also loves time belt markers.
Yes.
This is a great question, and I'm curious to know as well. Your husband's sitting nearby. How is he reacting to your planning? How does he react to your planning?
How do you react to my planning, love? He's just giving me a look. He thinks, look, he knows how much I love it and he sees how happy it makes me. So he's very supportive. But I know he's sitting there right now and I'm saying things like Hulk pens in the planner community. And I'm saying, you know, there's trends in the planner. I know he's sitting there thinking, what is this? He definitely finds it a bit strange. He definitely knows that I'm addicted and that I love it. But he's very supportive because he knows how much I love, you know, sharing content online. But he does think it is a bit strange how obsessed I am.
Yeah, I'm very curious to anybody who's in the comments and watching live and even replay. How do your family and friends react to your love of planning and stationery?
Honestly, because when I you know what, I was really not secretive about it. So like YouTube, for example, I wouldn't share that with my friends. Like my husband, he's so supportive, and like if I posted anything online, he'd share the link on Facebook, and I'd just be like, no, why are you doing that? Like unless you love stationery, you're gonna watch that and think, what is going on? But actually, the more often than not, I say to my friends, I create content about planning and stationery, and they're like, I love that, and they love it. Some people definitely like, wow, this is a very niche thing to be obsessed with. But most people love it. Most people love it. Share it with your friends and family. Do not keep the joy of planning to yourself.
I love it. I've gotten friends involved in planning, which it's like my favorite thing now because now we like plan our weeks out each week. And it's like really fun. And then I also like, on one hand, I have like, you know, cousins who are like, what in the world are you doing and talking about? And then I have random messages of like, can you help me pick a planner? Like, I feel like I need to get my life together. And I'm just like, okay.
Funny enough, it was my friend at work who introduced me to Passion Planner. I hadn't heard of it. I mean, this must have been 2019. I hadn't actually heard of Passion Planner, but I was talking to my friend about how obsessed I was with stationery. And she was like, if you heard about Passion Planner, you need to check them out. So definitely share it. I think your friends probably might know more about planning than you realize. So you got to share the love.
That's so true. Okay, we got my boyfriend is the exact same. Glad it makes me happy, but also confused by the amount of.
Yeah. Every time I get a parcel and it's like, he's like, oh, what have you got yourself there? I'm like, a pen? He's like, don't you have a pen already? I was like, oh, you don't understand.
You
this
don't
is not just any pen.
Okay, now I'm curious because I like I know I have my pins, but I also have pins that I let my husband and brother use. Like I'm like, you can't touch these pins, but I remember putting these pins in a pencil bag and like, Robert, these are your pins. These are pins you can use. All other pins you can't.
I can't remember what I was watching the other day, but someone was talking about Sakura pens. And you know, there's the plastic nib, which is like an everyday Sakura pen. And she referred to it as the crapper pen that I'm happy to give my friends to use. And I said, that is so true. There is no way I'm going to let, if I ever came in and saw my husband like writing through my pencil case, I'd be like, what are you doing? The pencil case down a step away. I'll give you a crap pen. Like, yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, my roommates would tell you. I told my one friend I had a roommate, and she left like one of my pen caps open, and I was like, "What are you doing?
Like, can't deal with that.
You're not allowed to touch my pens no more unless it's a regular ballpoint pen. If it's a gel pen, don't touch it."
100%.
Okay, I'm so glad I'm in a space where I can confess that, you know, and get that off my chest.
This is a safe space.
We also got my husband knows how much I love it, but also thinks it's strange.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
If it makes me happy, it makes it yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, these are so great. I have 2 whole pouches full of pins, and my boyfriend rolls his eyes when I try out new ones. Like I just got obsessed with the dot markers and the Tombow. Yes, those dot markers are wonderful.
I've never used the dot markers. Which brand is that?
So I can't pronounce it. This is a metallic one. They're like the Cure.
Oh yes, I've seen those.
And they make like the perfect little. Okay, where's a piece? I should totally have paper near me. I do. But they make the perfect like little circles. I know.
Oh,
I know. Oh, it's just small things like that.
I might have to try those out.
No one gets excited about stuff like this, but.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Okay, we also got, I have always had a planner out when I'm working at a public service desk at work, and it has started a lot of good conversations.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have my planners when we were in the office, obviously working from home at the moment, but when we were in the office, I definitely had my planner open. And people would walk past because my desk was on the end. They'd walk past and be like, "Oh my gosh, it's so organized." I said, "Yeah, like, look at my planner. Like, I love it. Follow me on Instagram, you know."
I love that. I love that. I love that. You guys, listen, you guys know I can talk for days. If you have any questions that you want to ask Temi, go ahead and put those in the comments below, so we can definitely get those answered for you. But my question for you is, before, like, you have your particular style now, how has your planner style necessarily changed over the years? You talked about how you were using horizontal. How did it change, and what made you change, more so to speak?
But we were talking about this before. When I used to plan just black and white. Actually, I think if you look at my first ever planner setup video that I did, and everything was black and white. No washi, no stickers, no highlighters, just pen on paper. That has changed completely. Like I think the moment it changed really for me was when I discovered bullet journaling, because I'm really creative. Like you mentioned, living letter designs. I love painting and creativity. I'm combining the two, pure joy. Like I started doing it on my bullet journal, and I thought I have to take this into, you know, my work planning, because it's something at work. You think, oh, it has to look really corporate, black and white, you know, and boring, but it doesn't. You know, if I'm at work and I'm going to look at my plans for the week, and it makes me happy seeing the colors and seeing how, you know, pretty everything looks great. And that's definitely changed. I used to be so just like black pen on paper, that was it. And then washi started coming in, then the highlighters, then the stickers. But I think a lot of it is I get inspiration from other people in the planner community. I think looking at what other people are doing, absolutely draw inspiration from that, but then just do it in your way that you like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love that so much. What advice would you give anyone who is new to planning or bullet journaling? What advice would you give them?
I'd say don't be a perfectionist, especially with bullet journaling. If you think that my bullet journal, I wish you could see the mistakes. And actually, I'm sure if you look at my spreads online, you'll see mistakes. Don't be a perfectionist, especially with bullet journaling. Just do it. Just start it. And if something's working for you, go with it. If not, change it. But don't be a perfectionist. I use whiteout, Tipex, I use it all. I make mistakes, I rub them out, I live with it. So yeah, first, don't be a perfectionist. Two, I think don't go all in too quickly. I think you can see, but planning it can get a very expensive hobby, a very expensive passion. Don't go out there and start buying planners that are like, up to like a Filofax. Filofaxes can get expensive. Gilios can get expensive. Don't start buying, £200 planners if you're not sure you're going to use it. Like there's so many brands out there. We were talking about Wilco and Target Dollar Spot and Target. You can get some cheaper planners that are so good. Like start with those, figure out what you like, and if it's sticking, then go for it. And so I think don't be perfectionist. Don't go all in too quickly. And the third I would say is keep it simple. If planning, yes, we love it. It is a joy. It's great to get creative and stick stickers everywhere and put washi on everything. But if at the start it's not serving you to make you feel organized, to make your mind feel at ease, then maybe simplify it. You might be trying to do too much. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Oh, I love that. Okay, and my last question for you, and y'all, I would love to know in the comments as well, and Team Replay, let me know. We can start with YouTube and then maybe move to Instagram, but I know you talked about like drawing inspiration from the community. Kind of what accounts are like, videos are like people that you've been following that have been encouraging and inspiring you in your own journey?
Yeah, so I think the first person that really got me into, so I love rifle paper, like I said, and Filofax. And she used to be called Makeup Tia on YouTube. I think she's now called Ashley Alize. I think I want to say it. Ashley Alize. I'm probably not pronouncing it properly, but her just vibe, I just loved it. Oh, just yeah. My last Filofax setup that I did with like the orange and red florals. I'm sure you'll see it if you go on Instagram. That was actually inspired by her. Yeah, that was inspired by her. She inspired because to be honest, as much as I love rifle paper, you don't actually see a lot of rifle paper content out there. But she did that, so it's like, oh, this is perfect. And I just love her vibe. She's such a lovely person. Like, wouldn't say boo to a goose. She's just perfect, and I just loved her content. So her at the start, who I watched a lot. Since I've not been using my Filofax as much, and since I've been bullet journaling much more, of course, Amanda Rachley. I mean, if anyone's in the planner community don't know Amanda Rachley, just go and look her stuff up. She is so creative. And what I love about her as well, she doesn't make it too complicated. She keeps it really simple sometimes. And she just goes with the flow. She just does what is her, and I love that. As well, I think Mochi Bujo on Instagram. I'm going to try really hard to remember the names and pronounce these.
Yes,
I never get to say them out loud. But Mochi Bujo, love, and she started doing stickers now, and I've definitely got my eye on a lot of those stickers. But yeah, love her content. Who else as well? There's someone called Wise Coffee Break, I think. And just the most beautiful pictures with the most like lovely leather planners. I could keep going. There are so many. I
love it. I love hearing other accounts that people are following and drawing inspiration from, because again, it's such a vast community that it's just like really cool to see who people are drawing inspiration from. Like I said in the comments, I would love to know who you guys are drawing inspiration from. Hey, Claudia, it's nice to meet you. Hey. I know lately, like I said, your account for me has been really inspiring when it comes to like the bullet journaling and your use of craft paper. I was like, that's so cool. Like the different ways that you're using craft paper. And I'm just like, oh, that's just really cool. Like I was just like floored, and I was like, I'm using craft paper. Like
I'm a bit obsessed with craft paper at the moment, you can't tell. Flowers and craft paper will always be in every one of my house. For the foreseeable future, they're going to be there.
Love it. And I also know, I can't believe I didn't want to forget this, but you also have like a stationery like design shop as well.
Oh, Living Letter.
Your calligraphy shop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, so Living Letter Plans is actually what started out my content online. So that is, I sell like wall art. So I do like A4 prints and calligraphy and watercolor. It actually started because a few years ago, I couldn't work a few years ago because I had various mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing calligraphy. I was just fascinated by watching calligraphy videos. And I started trying to do it because it really helped sort of with mindfulness. And also, I'm a Christian. So for me, my faith is like the biggest part of my life. Mm-hmm. And combining like writing down scripture with doing calligraphy, it was the most like therapeutic thing. And I started just taking pictures of it. And you'll see the process on Living Letter Designs. When I first started, I did not know what I was doing. I get so many comments about how nice my calligraphy is. And thank you so much. It's extremely flattering. But go and look at when I started, because a lot of people are like, oh, mine's never going to look like that. I did a whole stories about this. When I first started, they looked so, I'll be honest, they looked rubbish. But I just practiced and kept going with it. So I started putting pictures of my calligraphy online, and one of my friends asked to buy it, and she said, you need to turn this into a business. And so I did. And yeah, so I've been doing that wall art for, I think, like 3-4 years now. And I love it. And that's actually how I started. So I started a website and I had space for a blog. So I was going to do blog posts. And I thought, what else do I love? And I said, stationery and planning, of course. So I started writing out this blog post about my planner setup. And I kid you not, it was so boring to read. So I was like, if me who's obsessed with stationery doesn't want to sit here and read about someone's planner setup, I was like, how am I going to get this across? And I was like, put it on YouTube, of course. So definitely it was a really brave move, because I was, especially at that time when I was having issues with mental health, I had all sorts going on. But I was like, let me do this because I enjoy it. So I started so the pictures that are first in my Instagram feed on Living Letter Plans were actually pictures for the blog post. But because I didn't use the blog post, I thought I'll just put these on Instagram on a different account, and I can follow lots of planner people and enjoy this side of things. And it just turned into what it is now. Honestly, just like your passions and the things that you love, just do them and enjoy it. Like, you never know what's going to come from it. So yeah, yeah.
I just love that. And I love that I love how you were like, I did this thing and then it took me to this and then it led me to this, but you just followed this trail of like following your passion. And I think that's so encouraging and inspiring. And I thank you. I thank you for sharing that, because now we are all like, we all benefit from you sharing your passion and your hobby and the thing that makes you happy, because it's like encouraging and inspiring us as well. And so I thank you for that.
I mean, it's really humbling. I would never, ever thought, I shared it in my stories recently. I got to 5K followers. Like, I know that there's accounts out there that have like hundreds and tens of thousands. For me, that 5K is just incredible. I had that in mind to try and get there by the end of the year. Mm-hmm. It's really humbling, actually. And when you do something, I just enjoy it. And I think when you do something you enjoy, and if it's inspiring people, like I started seeing people make spreads I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy, but it's so much fun. I just absolutely love it. And it's so humbling. I cannot thank people enough for their support. Like, yeah, just planner community is just, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, we love you. And where can people keep up and follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, so I'm at Living Letter Plans for all the stationery and planning and stationery nerdy goodness. And For my prints and more sort of faith stuff and encouragement, that's Living Letter Designs.
Oh, well, I love that. So you guys go follow her if you're not already following her.
Thank
Like,
you so much.
so encouraging, so inspiring. But I just want to thank you so much for joining me here tonight.
Oh, it's been so fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, of course. And I want to thank y'all who are watching the live and the replay. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. And I cannot wait to catch you guys around next month. But thank you for watching and joining us. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Thanks.
Bye.